Others from residing in the Legal Bay, welcoming you back to my channel. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. And as always, do let me know where you are tuning in from. So we are still reeling from the tragedy that happened in Budiriro. Three lives were lost, and the city of Harare is deemed negligent. So today we're discussing the developments in this case. It has been widespread. It has been a real cause of concern for many Zimbabweans. And recent reports indicate that there has been some action. The action in this case so far is that three City of Harare employees have been arrested and charged with culpable homicide. 3 counts of culpable homicide following the deaths of the three individuals who drowned in the unsecured sewer excavation pit in Budiriro 3. Authorities allege that the excavation was left open and inadequately secured after sewer maintenance work, and it was left this way for many months. So many people might be asking, you might be wondering, what is culpable homicide and why haven't they been charged with murder? Well, in simple terms, culpable homicide occurs when one person causes the death of another through negligence rather than an intention to kill. Now, the key here is negligence, and the prosecution in the case must generally show that, number one, the accused, or in this case, accused persons, had a legal duty to act with reasonable care, otherwise known as a duty of care. They have to also show that this duty of care was breached, or that the accused failed to exercise that level of required care. Also, they need to show that their negligence created a foreseeable risk of harm. In this case, there was a pit that was uncovered, undemarcated, no signage, no light, in a residential area. It was only a matter of time. That's what a foreseeable risk is, before someone fell in there. And in this case, unfortunately, 3 people did, and they lost their lives. Then the last point to prove is that the negligence resulted in death. In this case, prosecutors are already alleging that the sewer pit remained unsecured for many months, exposing members of the Budiriro community to danger, exposing the public to danger, ultimately resulting in the loss of 3 lives. It's important to understand that a culpable homicide charge does not mean that the accused person intended for anyone to die. Rather, it's looking at the breach of that duty of care. It's looking at the omissions. In this case, they did not cover the pit. It's also looking at actions, digging it, not doing anything about it, not even bothering to tell residents that please don't go into this area. Pane danger apa. These are the things that the prosecution must prove, that they were negligent enough to attract a criminal liability. So the 3 accused persons have appeared before a court, and they were denied bail. So they will be spending more time in the state-funded hotel in remand prison, and will be returning for their court case to start. So they'll be further remanded. And as the case continues, we continue to ask broader questions about public infrastructure, about safety, about accountability, municipal governance, and the duty of care owed to us, the residents of Harare. Our thoughts remain with the families Vakarasikirwa who lost their loved ones in this tragic way. I will continue monitoring developments in this case and giving you as much legal analysis as the case unfolds. Now, remember, you can share with me your thoughts on this one, and let's keep the conversation going. And of course, this is a case that is unwinding in court. So certain aspects may be sub judice, but we certainly will break them down following any pronouncements made by the court. Now, some of you may be thinking that, is it fair? Who should be going in? Is it these 3 workers? Doesn't this absolve the city of Harare in totality from taking responsibility? But this is where we are now, and we certainly will keep our eyes and ears open for this one.